Breaking news out of Baltimore. During the game when JK Dobbins went down, it was said that he was feared to have had a torn Achilles, but it wasn't confirmed yet. But unfortunately, the confirmation came through shortly after the game because John Harbaugh said that the MRI did confirm that JK Dobbins has a torn Achilles and he will miss the remainder of the season. And you feel for J.K. Dobbins, man, because not that he only really wanted it this year. He really wants it every year, but especially this year because this is contract year. He had his contract dispute with the Baltimore Ravens. He had a hold-in. He was holding in for a little while. Then he finally came back. And apparently they had been talking. Apparently they had some conversations about a contract extension, but obviously they never made it that far because he didn't get a contract extension. So now you got to wonder if this was not only his last game this season with the Baltimore Ravens, but maybe his last game ever with the Baltimore Ravens. Because as we know in this day and age of the NFL, teams will move on quicker than ever, especially at the running back position, and they feel like they can get the running back any and everywhere, whether it's late in the draft, whether it's early in the draft, whether it's in free agency, whether it's an undrafted rookie free agent. Teams have a lot of different options when it comes to running backs. Ravens on their running back depth chart right now, they have Justice Hill, they have Gus Edwards, and they have Melvin Gordon on a practice squad and Owen Wright on a practice squad too. They do have nice Keaton Mitchell, who's a nice undrafted free agent, but he's on injury reserve right now, so he has to miss at least the next 3 games, and he'll be eligible to come back week 5. But you wonder what they're going to do. But I'm sure they'll get it figured out. But as far as J.K. Dobbins, this has got to be heartbreaking because this ends, again, in contract year. This was supposed to be a year that you showed everybody like, hey, I can do this. I got it. So for this to happen to him again, it's got to be heartbreaking, man. This has got to be one of the worst feelings that you can possibly have. So before all the football stuff, you got to just hope that JK's in a good mental space. And right now, I'm sure he's not. But he deserves time to just deal with the pain of just losing what you love like that. And not that it's over for him, not that his career is over, anything like that, because I don't think it is. But this season, like last year, he had dealt with the injury the year prior, then came back last year, wasn't his full self. Then he got a little cleanup surgery. Then he came back again, and he wasn't his full self, but he's a little better. And it's like, all right, so J.K. Dobbins going into this next season, he should be fully healthy. And it seemed like he was that, but now he lost it all over again. So to have to go through that process over and again and again and again and again, it's got to be extremely frustrating. And I just really hope J.K. Dobbins doesn't just blame himself. Doesn't be like, oh, man, I'm this, I'm that. I hope he doesn't do that. It's just been an unfortunate series of circumstances with the injuries. But hopefully J.K. Dobbins can bounce back and whatever the future holds for him, for whatever team the future holds for him, hopefully he can bounce back and he'll be healthy moving forward after he recovers from this injury. But it's a really, really tough blow. Really, 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 really tough blow for J.K. Dobbins personally. Obviously a tough blow for the Baltimore Ravens as a team, but just a tough blow all around. Ravens also got some other injuries. Ronnie Stanley, he got hurt during the game. Tyler Linderbaum, he got hurt during the game. Marcus Williams, he got hurt during the game. So all those other guys, they had injuries as well. So Ravens, they got the MRI confirmed with J.K. Dobbins. Now they got to wait for those other 3 too. So the injuries, they already starting to pile up for the Baltimore Ravens. Marlon Humphrey's already out, but he should be back maybe in the next couple of games. Mark Andrews is already out, but he should hopefully be back in the next couple of games. But so Ravens are going through it right now already. And Ravens have been one of the most beat up teams over the past couple of years. And it seemed like they made it through preseason with pretty much none crazy. Tyler Linderbaum, he had a hamstring injury, but none crazy. Isaiah Likely had a little injury in a preseason game, but he came back. He obviously played week 1. But Ravens have got through it pretty healthy. But now significant stuff is happening. So hopefully this is the only and the last significant injury that the Ravens suffer this season. But we won't know till we know.